Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a week of Linux news for the 13th of August 2017. Not that I would excessively promote any of my other videos, of course, but if you happen to live in Europe and you have fancied a new Linux laptop, check out this giveaway for the Station X Spitfire laptop. All you have to do is follow me and Station X on Twitter. Anyway, onwards with the news. From NeoWin, International Space Station set to receive its first supercomputer. And what operating system powers most of the world's supercomputers? Linux. The International Space Station, currently home to 3 Americans, 2 Russians, and an Italian, is set to receive its first computer in the coming week. Hewlett-Packard Enterprise will launch a supercomputer into space on the SpaceX Dragon on Monday as part of a joint experiment with the US space agency NASA. And in a statement from HPE, a mission to Mars will require sophisticated onboard computing resources that are capable of extended periods of uptime. To meet these requirements, we need to improve technology's viability in space in order to better ensure mission success. By sending a supercomputer to space, HPE is taking the first step in that direction. Future phases of this experiment will eventually involve sending other new technologies and advanced computing systems, like memory-driven computing, to the ISS once we learn more about how supercomputers react in space. The machine-dubbed Spaceborne computer is based on the Apollo 40 class systems and runs Linux. Whee! It will be fitted with a unique water-cooled enclosure for the hardware to address environmental constraints and reliability requirements of the supercomputing in space. Oh, very nice, the first supercomputer in space, and it runs Linux. Of course, the other alternative is it could have run Unix, and hey, either way, that would have been good. From Fedora magazine, Fedora 24 has reached end of life. With the recent release of Fedora 26, Fedora 24 officially enters end of life status on August the 8th. All packages in the Fedora 24 repositories no longer receive security, bug fixes, or enhancement updates. Furthermore, no new packages will be added to the Fedora 24 collection. Upgrading to Fedora 25 or Fedora 26 before August the 8th, or before this video went out, is highly recommended for users still running Fedora 24. A little bit of an update of the progress of Ubuntu 17.10 Artful Aardvark. This is more about the video acceleration in Chromium. So testing some patches in Chromium 60 to enable video acceleration, and we're seeing roughly 50% saving in CPU overhead when using VA API. Now, in the screenshot above, playing the video without acceleration is on the left, and playing the video with acceleration is on the right. The CPU is an Intel Haswell, although there are still more bugs to fix, but they are making progress. Yes, that is certainly quite a drop in CPU usage. I'd be interested to see if that's going to make a difference on the 4K videos. From Softpedia, Canonical starts work on Linux 4.12 kernel for Raspberry Pi. Ubuntu 17.10 is following development cycle of 4.13 kernel, and Canonical have recently rebased their builds around the RC4 milestone announced by Linus Torvalds this past week. It looks like the Ubuntu kernel team have started work on a special kernel for the Raspberry Pi 2 and other single-board computers for Ubuntu 17.10 that is based on the older 4.12 kernel series, and they've recently updated their Linux 4.12 kernels to the latest 4.12.5 release that was announced last week. Besides rebasing the Linux 4.13 based kernel for Ubuntu 17.10, on the upstream Linux kernel 4.13 RC4 build, the Ubuntu kernel team also managed to add a VirtualBox guest driver, very nice, as well as an AUFS driver. Another article from Softpedia, VirtualBox 5.2 will let users export virtual machines to Oracle's public cloud. VirtualBox 5.2 looks to be a great release that should allow users to export virtual machines to the Oracle public cloud, so they can easily use them on other machines without all the hassle of exporting VMs to external hard drives and then import them to another VirtualBox installation. Oh wow, I like the sound of that feature. Another interesting change coming to VirtualBox 5.2 later in the year is automatic unattended guest OS installation, similar to the easy install feature found on commercial VMware Workstation. Additionally, VirtualBox 5.2 will improve on the virtual machine selector GUI. Can't really say I found that bit particularly difficult or hard to understand. The handling of virtual machine tools and global tools was improved as well, and VirtualBox 5.2 promises to add fresh icons to the graphical user interface for for a more refreshed experience on all supported platforms. Some other improvements are coming: the accessibility support in the GUI, better video mode handling on EFI support, as well as asynchronous data processing support in separate threads for HDA audio emulation. From OMG Ubuntu, why Rhythmbox looks very different in Ubuntu 17.10. The Rhythmbox music player will look very different in Ubuntu 17.10, but the changes on show aren't because there's a new release. Instead, the Ubuntu devs plan to make use of a new third-party plugin to give the player a more dramatic look and feel. So according to a bug report, the Rhythmbox alternative toolbar plugin will come installed and enabled by default. You can't fail to miss those huge player buttons. Yeah, can't really. But here's how the Rhythmbox looks in Ubuntu 17.10 with the alternative toolbar plugin. All the sizing issues are fixed, and that wasted space is toned down. The sidebar now has collapsible sections. Player controls move to the bottom of the window too, giving the progress slider more room. Yeah, still looks alright. From FOSSMint, there's mention of Lossless Cut, a simple cross-platform audio and video cutter. Lossless Cut is a free cross-platform tool for trimming, cutting both video and audio files. With it you can cut out and discard large parts of video and audio files without losing any quality. It has no need for encoding or decoding, which allows it to deliver a speedy service. Said to be great for rough processing of video files taken from a video camera, drone, GoPro, etc. So Lossless Cut can take in app screenshots of video at any time. It uses FFmpeg to carry out its grunt work and supports lossless cutting in the most common audio formats. And there's a list of the features, and it supports a plethora of codecs, and I can't see H.265 or HEVC on that list. So I'd be interested to know if it does actually support that or not. But otherwise you've got your common ones there of MP4, MKV for the video, and MP3 or AAC for the audio. From the register, firmware update blunder bricks hundreds of home smart locks. Automatic over-the-air upgrade will knacker front door gears for at least 5 days. Oh, very nice. Internet of Tat, Internet of Utter Garbage. Yeah, great terms for it. Hardware biz Lockstate has managed to brick hundreds of internet-connected so-called smart locks on people's front doors with a bad firmware update. The upshot is you can't use the built-in keypad on the devices to unlock the door. Lockstate's smart locks are popular among Airbnb hosts as it allows them to give guests an entry code to get in their properties without having to share physical keys. Earlier this week though, new software was automatically sent out to folks' $469 Lockstate $6,000 locks, which left the keypad entirely useless. The crashed locks, which connect to home Wi-Fi remote control and monitoring as well as firmware updates, are now going to be out of action for at least a week. And an email that was sent states, "Your lock is among a small subset of locks that has a fatal error, rendering it inoperable." After a software update was sent out to your lock, it failed to reconnect to our web service, making a remote fix impossible. Owners have two choices. They can either remove the back panel of the lock and send it to the manufacturer so the software can be manually updated, which will take between 5 and 7 working days. Alternatively, they can ask for a replacement, which will take 14 to 18 days to ship, and then send back the junked lock. Oh, such convenience. Yeah, nice one. The physical key lock should still work, but that's going to be cold comfort to a lot of Airbnb users. And for this week's stupid news, from CNN Money, Walmart says it has gotten to the bottom of a gun sign. Own the school year like a hero. On a rifle cabinet. What was someone thinking? Too many video games? Or too many school shootings? Don't know on that one, but what was Walmart's statement? Walmart immediately condemned the display, issued an apology, and called it truly awful. It also said it would investigate to locate the store in question and find out what happened. On Friday, a Walmart spokesman confirmed to CNN Money that the company has determined that the incident was a result of mischief. Really? He declined to elaborate, saying that the investigation was conducted by multiple employees who worked many hours to get to the bottom of the situation. What does that mean then? Who was responsible? The store manager, maybe? Who knows? And that's for the week of Linux news. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.